Hi, I'm Phil from Driftworks, this is my buddy Jay, and this is my E30 M3 track car. Welcome to the conclusion of getting rid of the DCT and fitting the Drenth Sequential Gearbox. So we're about to start this up and take it out for its first test drive. It'll take a while to warm up, but first we thought we should bring you up to speed with what we've been doing, or at least what we can remember what we've been doing.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks.
It's been mental, and again, I know I've said this every episode, but we've been so busy with real work, which is really good at this time. You can't complain about being busy, you know, doing your business, so that's good. But also, I'm sort of doing loads of massive amounts of building work at my house. So spending a lot of time there.
Got a new shutter.
Oh yeah, got a new roller shutter. Ignore the green for the moment. That's I've already fitted one used UPVC door in there and done some more insulation. I've got to do another UPVC.
Most importantly, it's probably like -1 outside.
It is. It's -3 this morning outside, and outside currently it's about 0 degrees. So not the perfect temperature for a track day on Thursday. But
I wouldn't want to work for Craig. We'll put it that way.
Who still comes in a t-shirt. Well, not quite at the moment. I think even he recognises that it's pretty cold. Just got to man up.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like paying the bill for the gas, that's it. So yeah, what have we been up to? It kind of looks like a car again, first of all. I think that we had pedals in last time, but I think I mentioned that the spacing was wrong. We did have a vague idea about moving the upper bracket for this, the mounts for the pedals, moving it over ever so slightly, but that wouldn't work out, unfortunately, because of the power steering column that we've got here. So what has been done, it's not perfect because the clutch pedal is very far to the left still, but at least Jay's managed to get the brake pedal closer to the accelerator pedal here. Now, I'm not sure how much heel and toe I'm going to be doing in this.
Hopefully none.
Well, I do quite enjoy a bit of heel and toe, but yeah, this in theory, with all the work that we've done in the other bit, i.e. the ECU, should be doing most of that for us. But yeah, there's a bracket that's moved that brake pedal over. There's the shifter with my brackets in. I think I showed you that before. Oh, and alignment and corner weighting, which we videoed a bit of.
Start, yeah, maybe don't do that. Aha! It moves.
Sure does look like a handbrake, this.
You're getting that urge.
I'm doing like the old, I was about to pull on and I needed to stop for a minute, and I was about to go handbrake.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
But it moves.
It seems really, like, I'm not going to say smooth.
The clutch wasn't...
The clutch has got a little bit of a, I don't want to say a judder, but like a harshness to
right.
the engagement. This is really short throw. It does feel like, well, I do want a handbrake anyway, ultimately. It does feel like it could do with one for just sort of that situation where you've got to press 3 pedals. Instead, you could do with one of them just being your hand on the handbrake. And now I forgot how little steering lock this thing's got. It's like ridiculously crap.
Yeah.
When you used to drift cars, obviously.
But nice, it's on this ramp at least.
Sounds quiet as well.
Yeah.
Really quiet. But
Stinks though.
Happy days, always stinks. Let's go have some lunch.
Yeah, I heard the food one. We've got him mounted on some scales.
Can't remember what the actual weight used to be, and it always depends on how much fuel it's got in it. It's got an 80-litre tank in it as well, but that's a good number as far as I'm concerned. We haven't got any ballast in there. We haven't got any fat man in the driver's seat ballast yet. But yeah, 1245 kilos.
It was definitely a 13 something.
Yeah, it was 13, I think around 1360 middle weight tank maybe was what we had. But the thing that I'm most excited about is the front to rear ratio so far. And again, we haven't got ballast in here. And basically a lot of the weight kind of sits around here because my driving position's so far back. So I think that's going to get better once we ballast this up.
Let's load it up then and see what it does.
And check some corner weights.
How are we getting on?
So we got pretty close to perfect cross weights, but we need to do the alignment now. So we're going to keep the corner scales on it, do the alignment, see how it changes, because even slight toe and camber changes make a difference to your corner weights. So we'll keep them on. And the the balance, I'm really happy with that. So 51.75, 48.25, really good. Mega, and the weight, that's with 100 kilos ballast, fat man ballast in the driver's seat, spread so it's a bit of your legs and mostly your body. Yeah, it's good. So just need to have a look, see whether we can get the alignment that we want now. And I forgot to say, we lowered it as well.
You lowered it.
And we've also checked, we've set the damper length as well, so the bump stops come into the play at the right time. So because we've got no DCT sump anymore, I can go lower, even though I've lowered the engine 15mm, whatever it was. But yeah, I'm going to have to re-radius this arch slightly, because to get the corner weights right, this corner sits a bit lower and that sits a bit higher, but it all works itself out once it's aligned. So we've got numbers down there.
Numbers down there?
Yeah.
You probably can't. You can now.
That's a very awkward way to show the numbers.
Well, I've showed them.
And we've got numbers up here.
Good number up here.
Good numbers.
I think you fluked it this time.
Yeah, so
it's perfectly 50-50 on the crossweight.
It's not like I haven't done this 250 times, but yeah.
It twitched.
Twitched.
Yeah.
To be fair, we haven't locked it off yet, so we've. As soon as you lock it off, it'll change slightly. But yeah, that's a result. The back, we can't get into spec. It's got a little bit of toe out, which is the enemy of a track car. But you know, it's a little bit skiddy on the brakes.
Keep you busy, won't you?
Yeah, I want to ultimately re-engineer the rear of this. I've been weighing up whether to do F80 rear end in it, but I think I need to keep the soul of the axle, the semi-trailing arm. It's just, yeah, it comes with its compromises. So I might raise it up even higher, or I might do the DTM adjuster kit that I've got, which changes everything to be. The ECU was quite a challenge, wasn't it? Getting this.
It's a bit of a thing, yeah. I mean, it was no worse than any other ECU, but I know nothing about Cybex, or knew nothing about Cybex.
It's sort of a start from scratch.
It's a plug and play E90 kit.
And it's a S6 based Cybex, or an old one.
It's an old one.
Yeah.
Which meant that we only had 4 spare inputs, which were all taken, and we couldn't run the I/O expander that Cybex do, because you need 2 CAN networks, and this only has 1. And we did an S7 for that. So what we've had to do is remove 2 sensors from the ECU. We removed the fuel level, and we removed the map switch, which we didn't, well, you just used it as a rev limiter.
Yeah, when you say map switch, that is this style here. So yeah, so I've got a traction control on one, so that works like an AMG GTR, where I can basically dial in how much traction I want. On the other one, it's basically a config change. So in this particular instance, it was quite cool, because Gareth at Howell had set it up so we could do the blips on the DCT, so we could tune the blips properly. And what he'd actually done is, on that dial, he'd had 10 positions that limited the amount of throttle opening, the maximum throttle opening for the throttles on this, which meant that essentially I could slow the car down brilliantly. And I did have an idea in my mind that it might allow me and Jay to have the great race.
I mean, it'd be a bit pathetic in this, wouldn't it?
No, but I mean, reducing the power in this so that I could make it slow enough to be with you know, with you guys.
It'd be like an E30 beating a Cosworth in touring cars, wouldn't it? It didn't really, but technically it won the championship. But anyway.
But yeah, so, and I know what would happen. I'd do that and I'd basically have the crack and then I'd just wind it back up again. But anyway, that's been removed because we don't have enough inputs into the ECU.
So we've taken the 2 inputs. We've got a strain gauge now on the lever, on the gear lever.
Yep, which is a 5 volt.
Yeah, they're just 0 to 5 volt signals, and that has 2.5 negative and a 2.5 positive for up and down.
Yeah.
And we've put the gear position from the gearbox straight into the ECU.
Yeah.
Which displays on the dash.
When the dash loads up, because it's one of the old AIMs. But
We could probably have a chat while it fires up.
You could go out for a ciggy if you still smoked. Not that Jay ever smoked, I did.
No, you're a baddie.
That's still good.
There we go.
No, it's not though, is it? And that is...
Oh, that's not it.
There you go, that's about it now.
And it always starts on a different screen.
Yeah, I don't know why it does it. Every time it seems to start on a different screen. So we've got... Ooh, it's still a bit slow. Yeah, we've got it parked in first gear at the moment because we're just doing a quick alignment on it.
So yeah, we've fumbled our way through the Cybex software. Luckily there's a nice video that they've done on
Yeah, Ryan
YouTube.
had done a really cool video that showed the blip and... what's it called? Showed the blip and cut.
Yeah.
I think he was doing it on an Audi R8 or something like that.
It was basically an instruction manual.
Yeah,
what we needed.
And it's not quite the same because the ECU software seems slightly different, but essentially we copied every single parameter from that video that we could into this.
And on a ramp, it does the thing.
It does, yeah. It seems to do blip and it seems to do cut and it seems to do them in the gears that we wanted to do them in until you actually drive it and have it under load and pull the lever. You don't really know what's going to happen.
Supposedly what we need to do is data log it
and
have a look at what it's actually doing.
That would be the professional.
See if you change down and spin off, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, this whole coming back to it being sort of 0 degrees outside, it's not really the temperature to be testing something that's on track tyres, but we'll do our best.
But if it locks up today,
yeah,
you know, if it locks up, it won't lock up in any condition, will it?
It should be fine.
Today, yeah. I mean, you'll be used to it anyway after the last gearbox.
Yeah, I know, exactly. But at least this one, from start to finish, should do exactly the same thing.
Not different in every gear, and occasionally something else.
Yeah, throw in a little bit of extra for no reason.
What have we done on it?
What have we done?
Must have done some stuff.
Oh, it's so good. Right, finish the reservoir, that's really neat and nice. I also, one of the other things that bugged me visually was this, the plastic pot here for the windscreen washers, which bugged me, so I've replaced that with an aluminium version and that obviously required some further fabrication. That's the breather for the gearbox, which worked out nice. You'll notice there's a strange cut here.
Yeah. I mean, some would say strange after you lowered your engine.
Yeah, why is there all of a sudden a cut in the bonnet when I've lowered the engine and pushed it back, and there's obviously currently loads of clearance here on this airbox plenum. I'll have to tell you about that one later, but it's pretty exciting.
I remember something else, spent ages doing heat shielding underneath.
Oh yes, boring stuff that you're not going to ever film, but that was literally a day and a half, something like that.
Yeah, just shielding the tunnel, shielding the floor under the exhaust, shielding around the exhaust. What else did we do?
Oh man.
We haven't been on it every day.
No. That is part of the problem, isn't it? Coming back and forth onto other jobs and then fitting this in where we can. And also, because it felt like we kind of had a little bit of time before this track day. It hasn't been prioritised perhaps as much as it should be. Now this track day is in 2 days and yeah, we haven't test driven it. So
but it definitely moved, you drove it from there to here.
Yeah, and you know, it seemed to do what I wanted it to do. It seemed to be pretty nice on the clutch as well, so.
I'm thinking what we did. I can see the list over there which kept growing. The list on the right.
Yeah, the list on the right. There doesn't, not a lot's crossed off that, so maybe we should be, maybe we should go through that list again. But for now, let's get this thing outside, warmed up. I'll stick a GoPro in and we'll see whether it actually works.
Exactly. I bet you're glad you loaded it now.
Well, I did think that I'd have to re-radius that arc.
Oh yeah, we never did.
So yeah, we forgot about the bit where we check whether we can steer and then assess the situation and fix it. Yeah, it's not, I mean that was already cracked, so
Yeah.
not the end of the world, but I might pull forwards and we might just
Fix that before we go for a run.
Yeah. But it's worth it to lower it, it's worth it, right?
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Best tool in the world ever. Right, that'll do for now. It's still potentially a little bit close up here, but I don't want to take too much. And because this needs repairing properly anyway, I'm going to see whether we get any marks on it, any contact first, and then do a proper job of it down the road. But that's enough for now. Just onto the other side. I'm going to do the same to the other side, even though this side's lower because of the corner weighting. So yeah, I think just having them symmetrical. The other one will probably have a bit more of an arch gap. But yeah, let's crack on with that. While I'm doing that, Jay's got Mark's E30 M3.
Yeah.
One of my favourite cars. Still miss mine a lot. Proper car. So this is quite nice. Well, it's Mark spec nice, isn't it?
I'm sure it's been to a co-part or two.
But yeah, it's LCI E90 M3, so not too common. Same as mine. Mine was a LCI as well. But yeah, we just fit the set HSD Monopro coilovers to it and doing a quick alignment for him and hopefully make him happy. Mark's the one who you normally see charging around making himself sick in the A45 AMG, so maybe he'll be a bit better in this.
I think he'll be in the A45 because he thinks it's going to snow.
That's cheating. This side doesn't have a particularly good radius anyway, it needs fixing properly. This is the repaired side from the crash that I had, and we still need to get around to moulding these, but it's quite a time consuming complex thing to do, so for now this is just full of filler essentially and a bit of fiberglass on the back, so no problem cutting into that again. Spent another 20 minutes on that after turning the camera off. It's got a slightly better radius, but yeah, this is a very cobbled together repaired arch, so yeah, I shouldn't get too carried away. I've nicely managed to send the file up the paintwork there as well, so I think we'll call that bit done. I forgot to say, when we were doing the catch-up, we obviously looked at the pedals, but what we didn't look at was there, pedal stop. Hopefully you can just see that there. We made an adjustable pedal stop, which is working lovely, so we don't overextend the hydraulic slave cylinder and push it out the end. So yeah, very happy with that. Right, let's try this again. No smashing.
We'll see. Ah.
Do that a lot, especially when it's for the dash.
You're going to be stalling pulling up, aren't you?
Definitely, that was foot on the brakes.
Yeah.
I think as I come to a stop, that's basically going to be my thing, is stalling it.
Yeah.
So, come on! Now I can see the gears.
We put a rotary in one.
Got some chop, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right, so we've got a bit of temperature in it now. We've got 71 degrees on the oil.
That's not too bad on idle, is it?
The water temp, yeah, it's fine. Gearbox isn't up to temperature yet. I swear I'm going to do a lot of stalling now.
Let's see.
Let's see what happens.
Lovely and icy as well.
Yeah, yeah. And no steering lock.
I don't think they're exactly what it's going to tell us.
I mean, no, it's just going to be a drift car, isn't it? That didn't shift, but I wasn't very brutal, so...
We're going to get into second.
I mean, I could just go on the road, but let's not do that.
No, let's not. It's not exactly got a number plate. That's round here, ain't going to be sat in a queue anyway.
Yeah, true. By the time I'm out for it. So the clutch is alright. Yeah.
Will it go down?
Yeah. Then it's not cutting enough, I don't think.
Right. It's going to need a bit of tuning, isn't it?
I think so. And I'm going to need a bit of tuning.
Yeah.
Can't remember what. TC's on 9, it shouldn't be spinning, so God knows why it's doing that.
Has that lost its connection
It might have done.
because of the other one lost its connection?
No, it's still changing it.
Okay, no, if it's changing in DC, you've seen it.
Oh, is it? Which way around? Is it TC1 is the most? Let's have a go on TC1. I'm doing nothing. It goes down okay, I think.
Yeah. Up, not so easy.
Oh, I don't know whether I just need to be more aggressive or whether it needs to have
More cut.
more cut or something, yeah. I think it's always a bit weird when the wheels are spinning as well. You're kind of not supposed to do it. Did it go?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, that is icy. I mean, I don't mind using the clutch
I suppose you have
if
to.
I have to. I don't know. I just don't know what we're going to learn on a slippy,
not gonna
crappy
learn
industrial
anything,
estate,
are we?
especially when I can only just get into second gear.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we could probably do with working out why the TC doesn't work all of a sudden.
Right.
'Cause that's a bit wilder than you'd want it.
Like we said all those weeks ago, we'd be working on it the day before the track day. We got the full team.
Craig's just round here for the warmth though, in reality.
Yeah, no, he's come to steal a bit of heat. You turned your lights on late? Yeah, never mind the heating.
Got one low on.
One light on, no heating. Take that, Carlos.
Yeah, so we've been trying to get to the bottom of the no traction control. Don't think we're going to be able to fix that in time. We don't think that the it not shifting first to second is necessarily a problem, and we won't unfortunately know until we test it when we've got a bit of traction. So who knows when that's going to happen? Sometime
Tomorrow.
next year, probably.
Nah, tomorrow it'll dry.
So yeah, we're just trying to tie up a few loose ends, but we're pretty much there. We've got a question mark over. We've been sometimes we've got a swirl pot in the car for the fuel system. Sometimes at lowish, medium-lowish fuel level, I'd get fuel starvation around right-hand corners, particularly at Donington. So we're just double checking because it's got 2 pickup pumps in the ATL tank. We're just checking that both of those are actually working and able to send fuel to the swirl pot. But other than that, oh yeah, I've got my wets on.
Yeah, you've got wets on. We've got.
Which again was a massive challenge because we just aligned the car and done all of the fitment to the other wheels, and the offsets on these are slightly different, and also because the front tyres are genuine race wets. They're super square sidewall, so yeah, we had to do a bit of a reassess and engineer some new spacers and things like that for the fitment.
Yeah.
And I think we'll probably be on the trailer in an hour.
I'd like to, I don't know, Craig's face was that a face of disappointment?
No,
that's fine.
It's about wheel fitment.
Right,
A few
okay.
days ago, the wets aren't going to fit, I'll be doing this all again.
Yeah.
Probably enough.
Well, it's a fine tolerance between the wheel hitting the coilover spring, because it's full coilover on an E30 with a 10.5-inch wide rear wheel, which is pretty much impossible.
It's almost like we know.
Or it hits the
Almost I've done it before a few times.
and that's a 275 wet, I think, on those. So that's
It's a big tyre, to be fair.
big tyre in a little car. But it sounds like he's buzzing some stuff up. So yeah, I think we're going to sign that off there, and hopefully, if things go vaguely to plan, we'll film tomorrow's track day, and you'll see that in the next video.
I mean, 1 out of 3 of us has got to get round.
Yeah, there'll be
probably
enough.
James in the Yaris again.
Definitely. I might just have a go in that. It looks like it's going to be fun.
Yeah, disappointing.
This will be very skiddy and have no steering lock. So yeah, and probably
Is that your excuse if you spin?
like I did last time.
Yeah.
First lap, first corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. As always, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you feel like buying something for Christmas from the Drift Workshop, that'd be awesome too. We'll catch you later.
Bye bye.